Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of Manga Review. Today we're going to be covering volumes 59 and 60 of Naruto. Volume 59 here, we got the Kage on here battling it out. There is not, what's his name? Oh no, there is Gaara on here. Okay, I didn't see him peeking behind there. But it looks like we got some sort of Uchiha there. I have an idea of who it is. I'm not going to say, just in case I'm right. This is a review, so there is, like, spoiler stuff. But I just want to keep my assumptions to myself, and we'll figure it out once we read here. But, yeah, we got Naruto and the other Kage, and then some Uchiha. And then on the back here, as you can see on the art there, we got Naruto and Sasuke, but like it looks like some ancient Japanese, like, mural type art style. Really cool. And then on volume 60, even when I opened up the box set, this was one volume I saw that I really liked, and that is here, Naruto with his Bijou mode, and then, you know, we have all of the, what are they? I guess all of the, what are they? Bijou, right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and then Naruto, you know, above them. I really like this. I think this is a very cool looking volume. And then, of course, on the back here, to go along with all of the Bijou, we have all of the Jinchuriki, but they're wearing all, like, this weird white armor. I recognize the armor from Ninja Storm 4. That's one of the outfits that you're able to use. But yeah, really cool looking volume. This is definitely one of my favorite looking volumes from Naruto. Sorry about the glare there, but yeah, very solid looking volume. And yeah, we're gonna get started reading here, but before we do get started, I wanted to tell you guys a little update on the situation with the One Piece box set review thing I was gonna do. We are not doing that, but I do have another video planned to replace it. I did some things in the background, and if everything goes right, either on Friday or Saturday, we should have another manga haul type video. You guys will see what it is in the thumbnail, but yeah, it's going to be really cool, and hopefully everything goes right and we can do that. But yeah, anyways, let's crack right into these. Alright guys, so I just made it to chapter 560, and so yeah, we've got a lot to talk about here. So if you guys remember in the last volume, towards the end there, Naruto split himself into a few different shadow clones to go help fight alongside the other companies, or like the divisions that were set up by the allied forces. And the one that we saw was Naruto fighting with the Raikage, the fourth Raikage. So we saw that battle happen, and then now Gaara was fighting the Mizukage, and the old man with the big nose was fighting the, what was it? The Tsuchikage, I think? Yeah, that sounds right. The former Tsuchikage, so his old master. So the way the Tsuchikage works is that he splits himself into two, so they only sealed half of him, because it's not like a shadow doppelganger or like any sort of clone. It's like he physically split himself, I guess. So they actually sealed the copy, and the original is still alive. And with the original still alive, they summon, with the Edo Tensei, they summon Madara Uchiha. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, I thought Madara was that dude with the mask. No, that's not actually Madara. I actually already knew this, just because, you know, Naruto is a series that's like 20 years old, so, you know, everything that happened in here, in these volumes, I don't remember when this volume came out, but the series has been over for like a solid I don't know, I think it ended in 2015 or 2016, so it's been at least like 5 years since the series has been over with. So, you know, everything has been spoiled for me pretty much in the series. So, I already knew about all this, but yeah, it was still cool to see. I wasn't expecting this to happen just yet, but yeah, when I had said the Uchiha on the front cover here, I could tell by the long hair and the red armor that was in fact Madara. But we get a really cool page right here with Madara. Really cool. He's definitely one of the cooler looking Uchiha, or well, cooler looking Naruto characters in general. So yeah, we see him, and everybody's now confused because they're like, wait a minute, if that's Madara, then who's the dude with the mask? So yeah, they haven't figured that out yet. But also, Naruto, earlier here, he saved Hinata, one of his clones, or one of his clones saved Hinata, another one saved Sakura, another one was fighting somebody else, or one was fighting with the not Tsuchikage, but the was helping Gaara with the Mizukage. So he has like a few clones, and everybody back at the HQ is like, they realize now that Naruto was brought back and brought onto the battlefield, that the tide of the battle, or tide of the war, has significantly shifted, because Naruto's clones are just going ham, destroying White Zetsu and stuff. So they're winning at the moment, but Madara is, if you guys know anything about Madara, if you've seen that one clip on YouTube, I know you guys must have seen that fight with Madara and just literally the entire army. Madara is a one-man army, so now that he's been brought into play, I don't know, like, Madara is insane, and he's insanely powerful, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens with him. I'm excited to see it, though, because Madara, based on what I do know, is a really cool character. So, yeah, that's basically what's happened so far. I've got a little more than halfway to go, so, yeah. Alright, so, chapter 262, guys, and everything that just happened was freaking crazy. So, yeah, we have Madara now, and that whole scene happened where he literally took out, like, almost everybody, just wrecking everyone. If you guys don't know the scene that I'm talking about, it's been thrown around on the internet so many times. I've seen it, like, everywhere. It's worth a watch, because it's one of the coolest anime scenes I've ever seen. I don't think the manga did the scene justice, but in the anime, it is very cool to watch. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, just look up Madara versus Allied Shinobi, or Allied Forces, whatever. Yeah, that whole part was really cool. Let me see if I can show you guys how exactly, like, show you guys some pictures. But yeah, he took out a lot of people. He even whipped out the Mangekyo Sharingan, had the Susanoo and everything. That was pretty cool. Here's his Susanoo right here. Really cool. I'm pretty sure his Susanoo is like a dark blue, because I've used him again in Ninja Storm 4, and I think he has like the dark blue Susanoo. So yeah, really cool. Let me see what else there is. He also has the Rinnegan. I see him right here. And then he has a attack where he like summons a giant meteorite, and then he was at one point was able to summon 2 of them. I think in Ninja Storm 4, that move is called like Shattered Heaven, I believe. I think that's what he called it in here. Okay, so I couldn't find exactly where he says that, but I'm pretty sure it's just called Shattered Heaven. But yeah, the Tsuchikage is basically almost dead. He tried to stop that giant boulder meteorite thing. So he's not dead yet, but he is very injured. And Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, senses Madara, because they had a run-in before Madara and the Nine-Tailed Fox. Madara actually controlled the Nine-Tailed Fox at one point. So, but the Nine-Tailed Fox does not like Madara, so he's like, yo, Naruto, I'm going to give you some of my chakra so that you can fight Madara, because I don't want to go with that guy. If he's going to kidnap me, I'd rather stick with you. So, Kurama finally is teaming up with Naruto and not being so stubborn. He gives Naruto some of his chakra because, Naruto is basically out of chakra, and he creates this giant doppelganger army with Odama Rasengans, and he uses up all that chakra right there. But yeah, that was a really cool part, and so I'm on the next chapter here. We just got Madara chilling, so just as I suspected, Madara is just a freaking beast, and I just can't wait to see more of him because he is utterly insane on the battlefield. So guys, a lot just happened. So it is chapter 563. So I didn't progress too much more, but some really cool stuff happened at the end of that last chapter. We had the Madara showed up, and now that we have Tsuchikage is about to try and fight him again, but he can't do it alone. So what happens is Tsunade, she tells the person that works at the HQ that has the teleportation jutsu, like she can, I think it's called like ethereal transfer or transportation or something, where she can teleport objects to wherever. She tells her to use that on Tsunade herself, to send her to the battlefield, but it's not supposed to be used on people. Like, it's so fast, the process, like sending them like that is so fast, it's instantaneous, and the human body can't handle it. During that process, the human body just gets torn apart. But Tsunade says to do it anyway, and along with her is the right Kage. So she sends her over there. Tsunade uses like her little weird marking, and she has like it grows and like a mark goes on her face and it heals her. So her actual like diamond on her forehead is like some sort of healing jutsu. But when she gets sent over there, as soon as she appears, she like tries to her and the Raikage kick the crap out of Madara, which was that was a cool scene. But also on her, she has like a jutsu written on her. So some of the not students of, but comrades of the fourth Hokage, Minato, they also know, they were like his bodyguards, so they know the flying Raijin, and so since it has like the teleportation marker, they end up sending the current Mizukage, the redhead chick, over there, and we get this really cool scene where Madara is gonna face off against, or Madara and Lord Mu, the former Tsuchikage, who's being controlled now by Kabuto. But this is, Tsunade and Raikage jumping in and punching the crap out of Madara, which that was really cool. And then this next part right here on the next page, we get this 2-page spread of all of the Kage lined up, ready to fight. Really cool part. Like, I don't know. I like them, just seeing them all lined up, and it was just really cool. So I am going to continue reading, and if anything else cool happens, as always, I'll get back to you guys. So I just finished volume 59 here, and at the end there, we had Naruto and Killer Bee start the fight against the other Jinchuriki that were reanimated by Toby. So Naruto mentions that there's another Madara, and then Toby is confused. He's like, what? And then he remembers, oh, Kabuto has the other Madara, so he's been doing other stuff behind my back, because Kabuto he's doing his own thing, but they're kind of working together, I guess. So I don't even know what they're really doing. Kabuto has his own plans and goals in mind. So he whipped out the other Madara, so that kind of changed the plan a little for Toby. And yeah, so Toby just tells them, then call me Toby or whatever. So yeah, but they start the fight, and they realize at some point that they're being controlled by the same jutsu that the Pains were using. The Ito Tensei uses the same, like the Gedo, like with the black rods. That's what the Jinchuriki have in them. So Yugito, I think, the Two Tails Jinchuriki, she has it like right above her breast, I think, like the rod. So there was a really funny part where Killer Bee was basically checking out what she's got going on up here. It was a pretty funny part. But yeah, so they're trying to knock out those rods so that they can deactivate the Ito Tensei, pretty much. Yeah, this is a really cool page right here with all of the Jinchuriki that are reanimated. So yeah, that was pretty cool, I guess. I liked seeing the other Jinchurikis because during this entire series, the only Jinchuriki that we knew was Naruto and Gaara at the beginning. But now, the third Jinchuriki we knew, well, actually, the third we knew was Yugito because we saw Hidan and Kakuzu fight her. And then, I guess the fourth, well, she was just like a minor appearance. The fourth would have been Killer Bee, and then the other Jinchuriki, just kind of showed up as of now. So, as characters that are really important to the story, I would have thought maybe we would have seen them by now, but we're kind of just getting them dropped in right now. So, but all of the Jinchuriki are really cool because I think all of the tailed beasts are very fascinating. So, and I'm unfamiliar with most of their abilities. I know there's one that turns them into like a giant horse, and there's like this weird gorilla one, and there's like a giant slug, similar to Tsunade's. So there's a lot of different, not Jinchuriki, but Bijou. We just haven't seen them all yet, but hopefully we'll get to see some of their other powers in the next volume, maybe. But at the end of the volume here, what's his name? Killer Bee uses his Bijou Link, and then he goes like the full-on beast mode at the end here. So pretty cool end to the volume. So yeah, I guess we'll get into this volume here. Looking really nice. Got all the Jinchuriki. So yeah, I want to take a look here. So it looks like, you got Shikaku, who's, I think it's Shikaku, the one tail. I got the two tails, three tails, four tails is like the weird gorilla thing. I guess five tails is like the horse. The six tails is the slug. The seven tails is like this weird bug thing. And then we got Killer Bee, obviously, and then Kurama. So, yeah, and then on the back here, I already showed this off before. I just kind of want to show it off again. Got the Jinchuriki there in order. So, yeah, really cool. And it looks like in this volume, there's a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot of cool fights happening here. So, yeah, I'm going to crack right into this and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that's happened so far as of volume 60 is that we saw the battle between the other Jinchuriki and Naruto, as well as Killer Bee. So obviously, six Jinchuriki versus 2, I think? Or, no. It would have been 7 to 2, I think. 6 or 7 to 2. I don't know. Yeah, so all the other Jinchuriki versus Naruto and Killer Bee, and obviously they're outnumbered. Even, their Jinchuriki powers are stronger because they have more tails, but, they're still way outnumbered. So they weren't able to defeat them, but now they have help also, not to mention, they have Toby on their side too. So, yeah, they can't do really anything at the moment. But now Kakashi and Guy Sensei have finally appeared. They are gonna help out Naruto and Killer Bee. So maybe we'll see a fight between Kakashi and Toby or something. But yeah, here's where they appear. Really cool. So yeah, Kakashi and Guy Sensei are two of my favorite characters. Kakashi is my favorite character, but Guy Sensei is great too. I really like Rock Lee and Guy. They're great characters. But it looks like in the next chapter here, we're getting into some stuff with Suigetsu and Jugo, it seems. So that ought to be interesting. And yeah, I'm going to continue reading. I made it even further. Made it to chapter 569. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff happening with the fight between the Bijou and stuff. They just, I guess, name dropped Kurama for the first time, because before he was just called the Nine Tails, but now they finally call him Kurama. We also get what's his name, Guy and Kakashi fighting the other Jinchuriki, but the Four Tails ate Naruto, and so Naruto is now talking with the Four Tails and explaining to him, you know, how Naruto wants to befriend the other Bijou. So, yeah, but he thinks that he's, like, pathetic and stuff because he's a human, but he's actually, you know, starting to take liking to Naruto. But we do get to see the other Jinchurikis, like not Kurama links, but the Bijou links. So there they are right there. I believe that's 6 tails, and that's 4 tails. So, or not 4, is it 4 tails? Yeah, I think it is 4 tails. So, yeah, that's cool. You finally get to see those. Also, they've been having like a 60 volume like commemorative art during like the, you know, like not mid chapter, but like when they divide into each chapter. At the end of the chapter, they'll have like an art piece. So yeah, they have looks like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare reference, but it's Naruto, which I thought was pretty interesting. So NW4 instead of like Modern Warfare. So I guess maybe it's just Naruto Warfare or Ninja Warfare 4. Naruto Ninja Warfare 4. I don't know. But I thought that was cool. You know, Kakashi out here. Yeah, and we got Naruto holding some sort of gun. Might be an M4 or something. But yeah, and then we got Sakura as like a medic. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Pretty cool. But yeah, the fight between the Jinchuriki and Kakashi and Guy is happening, which is pretty cool. And we are finally getting some dialogue with the Four Tails, who's Son Goku. So he's like the monkey god that, you know, Goku from Dragon Ball Z was actually based on. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. So I think Kurama and Naruto are finally, you know, becoming friends, sort of. I think Kurama is starting to sort of take a liking to Naruto, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So hopefully Naruto, Kurama is sharing more of his chakra and stuff with Naruto. So yeah, cool stuff, and we'll just see what happens next. Alright guys, so I just made it to chapter 573, nearing the end of the volume, and a bunch of crazy stuff happened. So yeah, finally Naruto and Kurama have like their full-on bond now. They're actually on good terms. They're friends now. So Naruto finally opened up the cage and let Kurama fully free. So Naruto was able to get a boosted Kurama link that actually makes him look super cool. So now he's got the drip. I'm going to show that to you guys right here. We get this really cool scene where Kurama is unleashed. And just like what's his name, Killer Bee, he's able to manifest outside of his body and create like the giant form, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we got Kurama there fighting. But also, just earlier, we had a part that had all of the other Jinchuriki, which was really cool. Here they are. Or not the other Jinchuriki, but the other Bijou. That scene was really cool. I just love seeing all the other Bijou and the Jinchuriki with all of their abilities. But now Naruto has the boosted Kurama Link and just the drip. So, as always with Naruto's transformations, just look at that. He's got like the Sage Mode drip, kinda, but even better. So, yeah, Naruto is kind of getting insane right now, and he pulls off a massive Bijou bomb that collides with the other Bijou bomb that all of the other ones are setting off. So, really cool stuff that's happening with everything. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this volume. And then he's able to talk with all of the other Jinchuriki. So, yeah, he's talking with them all in like the Jinchuriki hangout, pretty much, where they can all link together and talk. So, that's happening right now, and it looks like we're about to finish this fight up. I don't know what else is about to happen, but yeah, we got this much left. I may finish up the volume, unless there's something else that happens, but yeah, everything that happened in like the past few chapters, just that massive Jinchuriki battle. Like once Naruto unlocked, the Kurama cage and finally became friends with him and got that full power, that was one of the most hype moments. I don't know, like, he has better drip than Sage Mode, but I feel like the context behind Naruto's Sage Mode transformation just made that moment where he pulled up on Pain. That moment was so hype and one of the coolest moments. This moment is still really cool. He's got the more powerful powers and, the better drip, but it just didn't, the build-up wasn't there, so I don't know. I'd say the Sage Mode moment was still a better moment, but this was also very cool, so yeah. I just managed to finish volume 60 here, and man, this was a really solid volume. So yeah, towards the end here, we see Sasuke. Sasuke has this new, what is it called? The new eyes, the new Sharingan, the Eternal Mangekyo. He is now able to continue to use Susanoo and Matarasu without having to worry about his eyes dying or losing his sight because he took Itachi's eyes. But now, of course, Itachi is back, so Itachi is going after Sasuke, so we may see a Sasuke versus reanimated Itachi fight. That would be pretty cool. It looks like at the end here, that's what they're hinting at, because at the very end here, we get this page. So, yeah, Sasuke versus Itachi, round 3, because, pre-time skip, we had Sasuke versus Itachi, even though it was kind of one-sided. Then it happened again later on, I think. And then, so maybe, they've fought quite a few times throughout the whole series. But this is going to be a rematch of the ages if this happens. So, yeah, that'll be really cool. Also, at the end here, we see that the reason why Madara is able to use wood style is because the reason is because Kabuto, he had explained before how he had made Madara better than his original self, and that's because he fused Madara with Hashirama Senju. So now he's able to use wood style, which is insane. So yeah, that's the reason why. Because he used Hashirama's cells, to implant them in Madara. So he's pretty much like the ultimate being at this point. Like, he just has insane power. And yeah, but also, you know, later towards the end here, we get some speech with what's her name, Hinata. She talks about how after the war is over, she's gonna, you know, tell Naruto how she feels and stuff, which I can't wait for that, because, you know, go Hinata, because Sakura is doo-doo, right? Hinata and Naruto all the way. I'm just gonna say that. So yeah, but overall though, this was a super solid volume. I said that, which volume was it? I said that I think last episode, one of the volumes from last episode was probably the best volume of this arc, but I think this may have dethroned it just because of everything that happened with all of the Jinchuriki and Naruto becoming friends with Kurama and all that stuff. I really did like. All that was just really cool. And now we're going back to the Madara stuff. We also, Sasuke is coming back since, you know, his eyes are healed. And yeah, so whatever happens in the next few volumes is going to be crazy. And we're nearing the end. We've got 12 more volumes to read. So, well, volume 60, and then, you know, 72 is the final. So yeah, this is going to be just crazy towards the end here. I can't wait. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's video, though. So if you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. So tomorrow we should be doing, I think I'll probably do an anime review tomorrow. I need to do that Mob Psycho review. I've been putting it off for too long now. But at the end of the week, I think Friday or Saturday, I have a big video planned. And if everything goes as it should, we should be okay to do that. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.